I sat down with my creative strategist to go over how he creates product shots that can be leveraged for e-commerce brands and how he did it for one of our clients. Now, turning something like this into this or this into this, just for some examples of what we're going to be going over. So, using AI can help you save thousands of dollars on professional photographers, and it's only going to improve with time. So, with that being said, let's jump right in.
And we will talk about how to create these realistic images to do product placements, specifically for the case of jewelry. I wanted to ask like the audience or the people who is watching us if they can tell what is the real image
So
out
which
of
one?
this. Yeah,
Okay, so which one's real, which one's AI?
exactly.
I can't even tell.
This one is easy.
I'll say that the left one, the first one, is
Yeah,
that
the
one
first one. Yeah.
is that one
Yeah, this is the real image.
oh
And I
that's the
love this.
okay.
Yeah, and all of these are AI shots. So yeah,
Well,
before, to make a good photograph, the process was very technical, expensive. You needed to hire a photographer, have a studio, coordinate a model, an actor, the lighting, the props, makeup, all of
yeah.
that, the editing. I mean, and I know maybe today we take that for granted, but it's not like that, and a lot of things has happened to come to this point, and this point is crucial because to have this level of production quality with only text and maybe a good visual reference or a good description from you, it's awesome.
Wow. That one looks pretty realistic. The last one, that's
Yeah,
AI.
yeah, this is AI.
Oh wow. And by the way, this is high-end jewelry that sells for thousands of dollars. Um, so yeah, this is interesting to see.
So you want your shots to look like very clean and polished in this case. So this is more like a mini workshop type of video to understand how to do this. And this is important, for example, for e-commerce owners or people who have a project and they don't have a budget or they don't have the tools to make this. Well, now you can make it with your computer, maybe a subscription, and that's it. Basically, it's understanding how this AI think, and this is in general, not only for images, but for videos, for ads, for complete stuff. But in this case, as we're, focusing on product shots, it is like very important to have references and also learn maybe if you don't know how these shirts are made or if you would do them in real life, how you would do this. Because that's basically what you would tell the computer to do. And I mean that's important because if you have a product and you want to show it, what you would do, you would take your phone, take a picture, and that's it. But that picture would be like very bad. It wouldn't have good lighting. I don't know. Maybe it's in your house. There's a lot of stuff going on and etc. So you need to learn how these pictures are made. You can ask AI to help you to brainstorm or ask the AI to tell you how the image was made. If you find something that you like, which is also, that a process that makes everything easier. And with those references, learning, or even if you have an idea in your mind, like, yeah, I want my ring to be in a, I don't know, in a cloudy day or it's raining and I want everything to look dark except for the ring. I don't know, anything that you can imagine. Yeah, but you need to learn how to describe that. And that is the prompting in this case. And the different tools that we can use or that you could use, which some of these are free. You could go Google AI Studio with your normal account. You have some free credits there and use Nano Banana. Or the GPT model, which you need to pay, but you still can use it free with 10 or 20 generations per day, I think. The one model, which is also open source, and the Hicksfield platform, which gathers all of these models and more. And these are just, some examples. The AI generator, it doesn't make a difference in the sense of the prompting, but on the output, because each one of these things have been trained differently, and all of them can do hyper realistic shots. But obviously, you as a human still you can see which one is better or which one adapts more for your needs. And then finally, there's a process of enhancements, and there is also other AI tools that can help you with that, because yeah, sometimes these AI models, since they are trained on everything that's on the internet, but especially stock pictures, and that enhancement process is actually like ruining the image a little bit in this case, which is fun, because before the AI, it was the opposite. You have real images and you wanted to train them to look perfect, which is like the models do right now. If you don't know anything about this and you tell an AI, for example, yeah, give me a pretty picture of a ring, and we're trying to make that in this case, the AI is probably going to give you a very good result. The problem here is that it's a complete guess. And maybe if that works for you, that's okay. But usually, if you're selling a product, you want your product to look the same way that you want it, and also in a situation where you want it. So that's a thing. I mean, this simplifies everything, and this is why everybody says AI is very easy to use and everybody can do it. I mean, the level of expertise that you need is very low, the bar is very low. But the important thing is to be like specific, and the more specific you are, the better. We're going to see like the difference here, and probably maybe the picture of a ring is going to look better, but I want people to like see, yeah, I want the picture of a woman with a golden ring, not the other. This is
Okay.
the very simple prompt, a pretty picture of a ring. And you can tell, okay, that's right, right? It has a background, it has a ring, it has a box, and all these details, and it looks okay. But is that the picture that you need? That is what you need like to ask. Because in this case, no, you have, let's say, with Caddy Waterman. Yeah, they have jewelry, they have all these pieces, and some of them are very complex pieces for AI or someone to recreate. So yeah, for example, in this case, you would want to use one of your rings. So you would tell it what, like a pretty picture of this ring, and then give it the reference. Download the picture if you have it in high res. That's much better, because the more detail, also the AI has more information literally to copy that, or you know do it in break it down in very small pieces and then recreate it again.
Yeah.
So the higher
Would you
resolution.
say that ha adding multiple angles of the ring or the jewelry would be better, or multiple angles of the product, or just
Yeah,
one?
yeah, it would be better if you have them. Especially, I mean, since the beginning of 3D stuff, you would need like the different views, the frontal, top, right,
Mm,
maybe three
yeah.
quarters. That would be the best thing. But since now the models have advanced a lot, uh, a simple image from the front is enough for most shots. But yeah, you can tell that, for example, you would try to make something out of this with someone like from the side, or something difficult, a difficult angle. The AI would try to fill the gaps and try to guess how it is from behind. But if it's actually different than you want it, yeah, it's better to give it the reference. So yeah, I mean, you could tell, like, okay, this is great, but this is the image that I wanted. So that's the difference between you controlling the prompting or telling something too simple. But maybe, okay, I like this, but how I replicate this, I cannot tell the AI again a pretty picture of a ring, and then attach my rings, and it will, if we use that, uh, generate a completely different result. So,
Mm.
okay, I like this picture. How can I recreate this picture? So one thing that you could do, you could download that picture.
What is this right now? Where are you?
We are in Google AI Studio, and then you use this picture to learn from it. and to learn from that picture how it was made. And you can do this with the references that you look. In this case, I'm using this prompt. Like, describe the prompt you would use to recreate a very similar realistic image like this.
Oh, okay, interesting. I haven't even thought of it like that. And this could
So
be for any image, right? Any image you
exactly,
find on Google or from a competitor
exactly.
or
Or
from anywhere.
competitor, exactly. Yeah, I mean, we could potentially go go here, right? Like jewelry photography. I mean, if you're selling rings, but you have nothing, you don't have any pictures, you haven't
Mm.
made anything. So you could potentially look for images that you like and say, okay, I want the AI could replicate exactly what you give it, or so it doesn't look like a complete ripoff, you could create a similar image. And
Yeah,
that word is important. If you use match in the prompt, it will most of the times generate the same image. But if you use similar image or inspired by, it will change a bit. But yeah, and for example, this image which I really like, this is an extreme shot from a camera. This is something that maybe you cannot like imagine by yourself if you don't see an image like this.
yeah,
So it gives you the result. If we try to use this, but in this case, I used maybe a ring,
yeah. Yeah, an actual ring. Okay.
an actual ring
Yeah.
that I need. And I'm going to change this like only the ring attached. You can say this ring or the ring in the prompt or the reference ring. I mean, any of those kind of natural instructions, the AI understand.
So you're using Nano Banana in Hicksfield. Um,
Yes. Yeah, I didn't mention that, but yeah, I'm using Nano Banana here in Hicksfield. I mean, this platform, I know it's a private corporation, but they basically like, they concentrate all these models in an easy to use UI. So you don't have to like have different accounts everywhere. So you can see
wow, that
here's the
looks good.
ring. And this is the original ring. This is a real life picture
Yeah, even
from
though
the
there's a
ring.
lot of blur on
Yeah,
like
it's
around
a
it.
lot, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in this case, okay, with that description, I have like it's not 100% exactly like the shot that it gave me, but now I can control it and I have the reference and
Mm,
I can do that with anything. And that is the power of these things. For
yeah.
example, I have here down here, you could do, imagine you do this in a split, in a split way. Like you have three images, like the hand and the lighting that I have, or or the subject, actor, etc., and the ring. And then you ask the AI this prompt, like, yeah, use the first image to use as the hand, then replicate the ring and use the lighting from this other image. And then probably it will give you a result like this. It tried to match like the lighting. It uses the same image from the first. It replicated and it added the ring. But you can do these things.
Could you go back and show the image you generated? Just
Yeah,
click on it and then zoom in a little.
but you can see it here.
Yeah, that looks great.
So I mean that's a way to do it. Yeah, like I told you, you can go to Pinterest, even a simple Google search for references, or you could potentially just like brainstorm ideas. That would be like a different process. This back and forth with an AI. I don't know if the people watching us have done this or maybe not if you're an e-commerce owner, but imagine you're in a person with a room that is an expert in everything. And in this case, imagine it's an expert photographer for product shots. What you would ask him, right? Like, yeah, I need a picture. I need pictures for my rings or for my product, and I want it to be, you know, minimalistic or romantic or wedding shots. They need to be wedding shots. And I want like people appears in the shot or no, just the ring in different settings. All of that you can do and you can ask. and it will give you like simple ideas, and those ideas maybe are not like the best the first time you try a shot with the AI, but then you go back and forth like, okay, you tell me this, okay, how can we improve that? Or I'm imagining this idea, but can we add that? And this process of brainstorming with AI to create these shots, it's also, I mean, to help you visualize things that maybe you by yourself cannot tell. So these are like tips for the actual prompt, and I actually have like here a master prompt that maybe people can use, which
Yeah,
is
we'll create a notion with what you went over here to give away.
right. But it's basically this. I mean, when you look at it, it's not, I mean, it's not that complicated. All of these things, again, is what a real photographer, let's say, or a real life photographer would think to make a shot. In which camera? Okay, maybe you don't know about camera or lens types. In that case, I mean, that is okay. Maybe you describe the way you want to see it. And the details, if you want the hand to be, I don't know, like again, wrinkled with a scar, or maybe it's a woman, it's a man, it's someone from a different country like yours. I don't know. And the products of the materials, the action that is happening. This is also important because if you don't give the prompt any action, probably it will give shots like this, which yeah, they look okay, but again, these are like professional stock looking shots from a studio. And maybe you want more like realistic shots, right? Of people doing things like this. Like something like it has more like action. Yeah, it is still a pose, but it's more dynamic, and the pose of the hand is more dynamic. And maybe you have your ring, but that's how you think on this, on these compositions and to create these images. And you can tell here the texture of the skin and yeah, different shots, moments. I mean, yeah, these are maybe too cinematic for maybe someone taste, and maybe too stock. I mean, too similar to stock pictures.
Yeah.
But but for example,
Mm.
if you don't have this box or this type of texture and only have the ring, and you can make shots like this, that is powerful.
Yeah, and this was just the first batch.
Yeah,
So this is like we could reiterate and create better versions of it now that we have,
yeah,
you
and you
know.
could have
Um,
these shots that only magazines had before
yeah.
before our time. And yeah, finally, just I mean, to go to that point of enhancement, this is Craya AI, another website with different AI models and tools. But one of the tools that I use it is to, have this enhancement of pictures. And this is enhancement also with AI, because this is not also like, making the image more crisp, but actually creating details over
Yeah.
what you already created. So in this case, I hope you can see this or people can see this on the video. But you can see like the image was already okay. But if you see it like one of the using this tool, you can see, okay, so originally it didn't look very well. Now it
Yeah.
looks much, much better.
It will make it look a lot more realistic. The only thing is that it does alter the product a little bit, or the ring,
Yeah.
for example. But when it comes to like hands or
Yeah,
the
texture.
background or yeah, pretty much the texture, yeah, it'll look way better.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Well, yeah, thank you for sharing this. And if anybody watching this wants to know like the step by step on how we did this, we'll create a Notion page and it'll be in the description below. All right, thanks for watching, and that's it.
Bye.